Hey there, God bless you. I'm Karen. Welcome to the supportive environment. So today I want to share with you some books that we got from our local library. Now these books were recommended by Kate Snow on her curriculum, her kindergarten curriculum, Math with Confidence. I will go over these books. I have here 11 books with me. These books, however, are not exactly in the order by week because my local library actually did not have any of these books. And so what they did, they kept a copy of the book list because when I went to the local library, what I did, I had photocopy the book list that Kate Snow. Hey Zoe, you want to participate? That's my baby Zoe. All right, so, okay. So again, okay. Okay, so what I did, I took a picture of Kate's. Come here. Come with me. You're going to be in the videos with me? Come. Come here, young lady. Okay, she went with her brother. Okay, so as I was saying, I made a copy of the book list that Kate Snow has on Math with Confidence Level K, the instructor's guide, the teacher's guide. And so I took the list to my local library. Now, they did not have any of the books on that list. They had 0. But what they did is they kept that list. And so they told me, we are going to try to get you all the books or most of the books, and then we'll contact you. So I left. They made a copy of my copy, and then they called me once they had a number of those books. And so this is the first batch of books. There are 11 books here from my local library. And so I want to thank my local library so much for doing this, because buying books, especially as a homeschooler, and we do buy books. We do actually buy quite a few books. We buy a lot of books. But the library is such a tremendous help, I have to say. It's helped us save a lot of money. And so we are just very grateful for our local library. And it's actually more than one library, because where I live, the city where I live, which is in the Hudson County in New Jersey, the area where I live, it's like the cities are kind of small. So like this is a city, but like a few blocks there is another city or town, and a few blocks there is another city. And so what I learned, since we go to the library a lot, is that it doesn't matter if there is a library in another city that is close to us. They actually like share, they have like an agreement that they can, you know, the residents from one city can take books from another city. So I'm just very grateful for the public libraries in our area. Okay, that being said, I'm going to share these books, and I'm not going to go in a specific order because I have 11 books here. Kate Snow total book list is it's 32 books. But right now here I have 11 books, and they are not in a specific order. So
can I put in my passport?
Of course you can show your passport.
This is a real one. I'm going to give it to somebody, and then you'll give it back to me, and then I'm going to be able.
Where is Zoe?
What?
Zoe. All right, so here is Zoe with me, and so as I was saying, I have 11 books here that I got from the library. from Kate Snow's list, which is in her book, Math with Confidence. Kindergarten Math with Confidence. Do you want this? There you go. And so I'm going to actually start with this one. And like I said, this is not, I didn't get the books like week by week as she suggests, because on each week she has a book suggestion. But I just got what they had available for me, what they were able to get for me. I took them, and that's not necessarily in order, okay? Now I have to say that we've been reading this. We haven't been going like, oh, let's wait to get to this week to read this book. No, we haven't done it like that. We've been doing this individually, and it's been great. We love it. Oh my God, my child Isaac, who is 5 years old, when I used to say, okay, show me your right hand, sometimes he used to be hesitant, and you know, he will think a little bit. After we read this book, which is one of the books, and it's Left, Right, Emma by Stuart J. Murphy. This book, my child, he knows already. Left, right, left, right. We did the activity that is here, which is not really an activity. It's what Emma did. She was part of a marching band, and she was the leader of the marching band. And as the leader of the marching band, she is the one in front. She was the one in front. And so she had to know when she needed to turn right and when she needed to turn left. And initially, she did not know how to turn right or left, because she did not know what was her right hand, her right leg, her left hand, her left leg. And so her teacher helped her out and put a ribbon on her right. Her teacher put a red ribbon on her right hand, on her wrist. And her teacher told her, okay, now you can distinguish. And she was like, oh, I get it. The hand, or one of her friends said that, oh, that means that the hand that has the ribbon is the right hand. The hand with no ribbon is the left hand. And so she was able to lead the march successfully. She practiced at home with her dog before the day of the march came. And so by the time the day of the march came, she no longer needed the ribbon to know which one was her right hand. This is a beautiful, beautiful book. I want to buy it, actually. It's so beautiful. My child enjoyed it. And it has a map here also, and my child loves maps and things like that. And so, remember, there is a map, like at the beginning, you see? And so, this is great with direction. And in the back, the book says, cognitive skills, knowing left and right. And it's a cognitive skill that is being learned. Now, I have to say, I haven't gone through the entire, math, kindergarten, Math with Confidence book, but just because of this list, and I know this is optional. This was the optional, this is an optional activity, like to get these books from the library or to buy them. I am not buying them because, like I said, we have a lot of books and we are running out of shelf space, but I will do everything I can to get these books from the library because they are so educational, informative. Mathematics is becoming very concrete for my child. You know, little children, they need concrete explanations because abstract explanations to them is, they don't really get that concept so well. So once they understand the concrete information in concrete form, then they will be able to understand the abstract form. And so I love this book. I love the list. I love all the books actually. The entire list that she suggested. We haven't gotten to all the books, but we're just so happy and excited. Okay, this is another book on the list, and the title is If You Were a Plus Sign. If you were a plus sign. If you were a plus sign, you will add things together. You could add people and animals. You could add up and down or side to side. What else could you do if you were a plus sign? And so again, this is another beautiful book on the list. And the illustrations are just beautiful. And it really helps children understand what addition is. What is an addition? What is adding things up? And so then we also do those, we play those activities. Like, for example, with this book, we practice marching here at home. We were like, left, right, left, right, left, right, and turn right, turn right, turn right, and then turn left. And so we practice so much. Okay, so that is if you were a plus sign. And now, if you were a minus sign. If you were a minus sign, you will subtract one number from another. In every problem, you will find the difference. What else could you do if you were a minus sign? And so this is addition, the other one is subtraction. And again, explaining what you could do if you were a minus sign. Let's see if I can show some of the pages. All right. Okay. Okay. And here is wacky ways to compare weight. Wacky ways to compare weight. How heavy is a bus? How heavy is a whale? Have you ever seen frogs sitting on a scale? All right. And this is about understanding weight, understanding how weight. So like, for example, it says one bulldog with a stubby tail. And at the bottom is the scale. And then it says here, weighs the same as 167 hamburgers on a scale. And then here, how heavy is a yellow bus? It equals 4 hippos, each making a fuzz. Oh, this is so awesome. How much does a triceratops weigh? The same as 4.2 million gummy bears, I dare say. Oh my God, it's pretty cool. Okay, this one is Domino Edition. And because of this book, we are going to get that set of dominoes so that we can play with the dominoes. We don't have them yet. So, do you want to stand here?
But we have some dominoes.
Where are they?
We have some dominoes.
We have to buy them.
No, we have some. I don't know where.
So, Domino Edition. And it shows you how to use dominoes, right, to understand addition. And it says, learning to add is fun, especially when you use dominoes. It's easy. Let's learn how. What is she doing there? Dominoes have 2 halves. Each half may have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6 spots. A domino can have 3 spots on one half and 0 spots on the other half, or 2 spots on one half and 4 spots on the other half, or even 6 spots on one half and 6 spots on the other half. And so it continues, and then here it shows, here is a complete set of dominoes. You can add the spots to find the total number of spots on each domino. See, so it explains here all the different things you can do in terms of mathematics using dominoes. So this is a beautiful, beautiful book as well. Okay, let's continue. Now, Toasty Toes. Toasty Toes. Okay, so let me show it first. Know your numbers. And, oh my God. So, I haven't been saying like the authors, right? So, Domino Edition is by Lynette Long, PhD. The Wacky Ways to Compare Weights is by Mark Wickland and illustrated by Bill Bolton. If you were a plus sign and if you were a minus sign, both these books are by Tricia Speed Shaskan, illustrated by Francesca Carabelli. Okay, I did mention Left Right Emma is by Stuart J. Murphy. Okay, now coming on to this one, Toasty Toes, Counting by Tens. And this is by Michael Da, illustrated by Zachary Trover. Okay, and this is Counting by Tens. And it says, Toasty Toes, Counting by Tens. The sun is shining and school's out. All the children are going to the beach for a day of fun. How many toes will warm up on the beach? Count by tens to find out. And then it says, find the hidden numbers on this book. So let me do a quick flip through. All right. So, the hot morning sun shines on the empty beach. 10 toes climb up the lifeguard stand. And so I really want to keep showing more, but I don't want Zoe to rip one of these pages because we have to bring this back to the library in hopefully the same conditions as they were given to us. This one is how tall? How tall is a giraffe or a redwood tree? How tall is the Statue of Liberty? Okay, and this is by Mark Wickland, illustrated by Igor Sinkovec. Right, so quick flip through. How tall is a penguin? How tall is a skunk? Is either as tall as a tree or chipmunk. A giraffe and dino, a soccer ball. Time to discover how short and how tall. 21 skunk with a little lock stand as tall as one giraffe truck. And here it says, 470 chattering chipmunks can be as tall as one towering redwood tree. And so here is the trunk of the tree and the chipmunks. And so it continues like that, you know? There is a Statue of Liberty. Okay, moving on to the next one. How many feet in the bed? How many feet in the bed? Here is a fresh new counting book filled with the happy helter-skelter of family life. How many feet are in the bed? 2, until more members of the family jump into the bed. And so this one is by Diane Johnston Hem, illustrated by Kate Sally Palmer. I give her that. And then here is The Action of Subtraction by Brian Cleary, illustrated by Brian Gable. The Action of Subtraction. Math is categorical books. A book of pattern play. The addiction of subtraction. A dollar, a penny. How much and how many. A fractions goal. Parts of a whole. How long or how wide. A measuring guide. The mission of addition. On the scale. A weighty tale. A second. A minute. A week with days in it. A book about time. Windows. Rings and grapes. A look at different shapes. Find activities, games, and more at, And then it gives the website, brianpcleary.com. So the action of subtraction. And so, subtraction, taking one number, and then it explains, it gives a definition at the beginning of what is subtraction. Subtraction, taking one number away from another, resulting in less than you started with. The action of subtraction. Again, by Brian P. Cleary, illustrated by Brian Gable. Subtraction is an action that will make your total less. Whether ice cream scoops or hula hoops or inches from a dress. I love this book. We read this book. Whatever you are counting, it will take away a part and leave you then with not as much as you had at the start. And so it continues, giving different scenarios. So, okay, and here it is. Bird Songs by Betsy Franco, Steve Jenkins. And it's a Caldecott Honor Medalist. The sky is quiet, the yard is quiet, the creek is quietly gurgling. Then, tap, 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 a red-headed woodpecker starts his rap for the day. Next come 9 soft coos from the morning doves, followed by the chirping of a flurry of sparrows, and on go the bird songs throughout the day. Celebrate neighborhood birds in this poetic picture book and count their sounds backyard from 10 to 1 until all is quiet in the yard again. To the house, the robin, heavy with eggs, settles herself into the nest of bark and grass. She softly sings 3 notes. And last but not least on our list for today, this is Eggs and Legs. And this is about counting by twos. Eggs and Legs. And this one is by Michael Dahl, illustrated by Todd Uren. And it says, count your chicks before they hatch in this fun farm book. 2 by 2, find out where the eggs have gone and learn a little more about the farm. And then it also says, find hidden numbers in this book. Turn around. Hold him to that. Hold him to that. Good, good. All right. So let's take a quick look. Mrs. Hen started at her empty nest. Oh no, she cried. Where have all my eggs gone? 2 little legs went running into the barn. And so then the legs keep adding, counting 2 by 2. All right, so this is all I have for today. So I hope you liked it. If you can get these books from the library, I think it will be an enrichment to your home education. This is just great to do for our kids, whether they go to school or whether they are learning at home. All right, this is all for now. Thank you and see you next time. God bless you. Bye.